Hello everyone, it is me here journeying back with another live stream. So we've got I know it's been more than a few days since Halo Season 2 Episode 1 and Halo Season 2 Episode 3 released. But I finally ended up getting time to, actually tell you what I thought about the episode. Let's break it down. And well, you've seen enough of my streams to understand how it works. So let me get on my notes here that I made regarding this season. Okay, so we see like there's like very ominous scene, so to speak. We see Master Chief, and he looks like he's being like operated on, and we don't find out till later that the reason he was being operated on is they had to take out Cortana because, I mean, like as you can see in the image, he's pretty much like mentally gone, so to speak. And this next part like confused a lot of people. They're like, is this present day? Is this a flashback? And I don't think they ever actually like did they mention how much time has passed? I don't remember in the episode if they mentioned how much time has passed since the ending of season one. But we get like this scene uh, and it's out in the battlefield. I believe it was shown in the trailer. So Vanek and Kai are watching Aurora or from Overwatch, where they're keeping track of the other two. And it turns out Vanek called out his emotional chip weeks ago. And I guess you could say that gives you a like that's not enough information to even like give you an idea of how much time has passed. Weeks ago could mean 2 weeks ago could mean over 1 weeks ago could be 3, could be 4. So like you just know like a lot of time has passed, but not exactly sure how much specifically. And he says he watched like was he animal programs or something. So we got a reference to the current Halo game, which is Halo Infinite. I mean, if my volume is good. I'm like looking at the meter and it doesn't really show. Uh, I'm looking at the appearance, and that is definitely the Halo Infinite grapple hook because I don't remember. It's always a shape. It's got the point is small right there, and then like right here you've got the two circles, which is any like color is a color gray. So I like that considering the grapple is one of the best things I like using in Halo Infinite. You get like in this scene, I guess you could call it interesting. The calm scene. So when they start getting taken by the Covenant, you hear music that honestly just reminds me of Terminator music. And it was like very, very similar. And I'm like wondering, okay, is this similar enough that Halo is going to end up getting like a copyright strike? Or is it just like music that just sounds very similar, but is it not similar enough? We have that situation. And the Covenant was using their invisibility and their energy swords to take out the comms team. Right here, you can see the blade that Mr. Chief pulls out, and I thought that scene was cool. I know he had the blade like in the holster on the upper right shoulder. I think they should always use that more. I think it should it'd be cool to see more fight scenes like that because they don't really like we never really see them use any other. It's mainly just their signature ones. And the next scene, I mean, we knew like that there was gonna be like scenes like this in this season, but I was not expecting it this early. The Covenant glassed the planet. And for those wondering what does glassed the planet mean? All right, let me know if I am going too fast throughout the episode because I want to get the stream to at least 1 hour. So yeah, what was it? Glassing? Glassing is pretty much where the Covenant flies. Um, like the Covenant ships are like in the sky, and they pretty much just fire not in the sky, but like in space. I think also, and they just fire a laser beam that drills through, basically drills through the planet until it's destroyed. I mean, that's pretty much what glassing is, but it takes a lot of Covenant ships. So this planet, it's gone. Like it does not survive. And we find out later that the Covenant has been glassing multiple planets. You know, it was a Master Chief that figures out that they're preparing for something. And I'm sure if you guys saw the trailers, you know that the storyline for this season is the fall of Reach. We get like this scene where she says, I forgot the lady name. One moment. So the old lady says, find your, she says, find your, find your fate, Spartan. I've seen your death. It comes soon. And I don't think she's like specifically referring to Master Chief in terms of your death comes soon. I think what she's referring to is Reach, because the entire program, Spartan programs, the UNSC, that's all on Reach. I think she's referring to Reach, like Reach's death, because this is storyline is the fall of Reach. That comes soon. It's not Master Chief that's going down. It's their entire organization that's going down. And then we get the scene where we see the person that takes over, and it's Klaus. Yeah. The person that takes over for Dr. Halsey is basically Klaus. Yeah. And like I mentioned earlier, Master Chief mentioned that Covenant is preparing for something. And I also mentioned that what they're preparing for is to take down Reach. And we get like this Spartan team. I'm trying to find an image where you can see all of them essentially. And you've got all four. I don't see a number on. Is there a number? It's 005. Well, let me zoom in. 005. Okay, so he's one of the like earlier Spartan twos. And now, like, I was thinking, okay, are they going to be like a rival team? And we don't find out till like the end of episode 2 that it may not be the case. So yeah, I was wrong about that theory. Find out I forgot what his name is. Got sparring with a monster arm. I don't think that's UNSC. I don't know who they are. I don't think that's UNSC. And let's face it, we're not really interested in his storyline, and we're definitely not interested in Quan's storyline. Is it wasn't the girl from season one, Quan? We're just like interested in the main story, right? So like I'm not gonna really talk about much regarding this. So we got that this shot looks really good. Yeah, that I probably might even like use on like a wallpaper or something. But the shot with the Covenant ships rising looks really good, and we find out at the end of episode two exactly where they are. And that's pretty much episode one. So let's go. Oh no, right. We got the ending shot where we got Quan, and she's talking about this monster. And a lot of people theorize that the monster she is referring to is the flood. She's like, it's older than, she's like talking about how old the monster is and stuff. And one of the oldest enemies in the Halo franchise is the flood. So, like, we don't know if this season is going to be the fall of Reach and then it's set up the flood, as in like the season three. So, I'm not really sure about that. Thinking like, what do we have 8 episodes this season? So I I doubt it's gonna be like two halves, where the first half is Fall and Week and the second half is the Flood. I think the Flood is gonna be for season three, and all of season two is gonna be the Fall of Reach. Yeah, this is like season. This is episode two of season two. Yeah, uh, that was weird. That scene was weird. So I think Riz mentioned she's it's been 6 months. Okay, so episode two actually reveals how long it has been. It's been 6 months since the ending of season one. And Riz is like going through pretty much emotions because she is a Spartan, and this is essentially the UNSC is basically the military, and she doesn't want to be kicked out of the Spartan program. And, so she like tries to like say she's fine and stuff, but clearly that is not the case. We see this guy wasn't he Tobias Church in Black Lightning. So yeah, it turns out that guy was a Spartan too. So like basically we know like basically two people that were like very early on Spartans and then just like no longer work. We had the guy with the monster arm, and then we got this guy. So but we don't see like any monster arm or any situation regarding with him. So I guess he survived augmentation, but something happened like afterwards that got him kicked out. We see Riz, she's like definitely still in pain, and she's like going through the emotions. And yep, as you can see there, she pretty much loses. And this is comparison between Riz. Riz is trying to show that she is ready, even though she is not. And Master Chief wants his team to be ready for the upcoming Covenant situation. Like one wants people to think they're ready, but is not ready, and the other wants them to be ready, but is not ready. Like it's like a conflicting between Riz and Master Chief. And yeah, so like we find out this is a clone. And yeah, we got yeah, the Klaus guy who replaced Dr. Halsey, he is yeah, he's like up to weird stuff. So I guess you can consider him an antagonist, like one of the villains essentially of the season. So curious what's going on there. Hold up, give me one moment. We got like one of those bots that like cause problems. So like, give me one moment to deal with that. All right. So now that I got that situation taken care of, yeah, back to this. So yeah, the Klaus guy, like something's definitely weird regarding him, and I don't exactly know what. And we got like so we got Master Chief, and he got him and Silver Team essentially go rogue because the Klaus guy is pretty much not telling him a single thing and like keeping everybody in the dark regarding this. And since we know that the season is the Fallen Reach, it is not something you want to keep your soldiers in the dark about. So they go rogue because Master Chief figures out that what was Cobalt Team. Yeah, that was it. So like he's like, okay, what exactly happened in regards to Cobalt Team? Like what mission? And like he's like figuring it out throughout the team. And he's like, earlier, I don't have anything much, but like the guy on the board, he's like, Cobalt Team's not back yet. How can you pretty much just assign him to be terminated? And I think it's because the guy's like, I'm just doing what I'm ordered. The class guy knew that Cobalt Team would not survive, and he sent them out there and basically considered them to be terminated. And like Master Chief's like, yeah, something's up. So he does some investigation, and it turns out that the reason there are no flight plans on the main board, because mainly the flight plans show spies going from Reach to other planets, it's because they never left Reach. That's why the computer could not find, and Master Chief figured this out. That the team was sent to a different location on Reach regarding the mission. They never left the home planet. And he like tells his team that they're gonna do some training. Turns out that's like it's not the case. And he has a line, and he says the Covenant is on Reach. So they've been training glassing planets, and now they've got Covenant getting into locations of Reach. Covenant's full. Covenant is like sending out the waves, and the final wave is going to be the one that glasses the planet. So yeah, we're 2 episodes in, and it turns out things have already gone from zeros to 60, or you could say 0 to 30 if you want. And I know everybody here is going to be disappointed, and I completely understand. Definitely am going to be disappointed. Yeah, yeah. The problem lady from season one is back. It is probably like a clone situation, but yeah. So that is a thing going on. Yeah, that just what was it? What's that? Quote? My days ruined and my disappointment is immeasurable. Nobody wanted her back. Nobody. And I'm gonna pull up my thoughts on what if season two. Yeah, so I'm just gonna use one image for the episode because what if season two came out like a long time ago, and I pretty much had to binge watch it in order to like give you all of you my thoughts on it. So it ends up being like a almost like a cyberpunk futuristic episode regarding Nebula. Um, Turns out that Nova Prime Lady was like like she basically turned evil, and Nebula has to basically take down the entire Nova Corps and then eventually become the leader of the Nova Corps. And she ends up getting help from the Ducks like weird organization, and like they gotta like hack into there and get the main computer in order to retrieve the codes. And Nebula ends up getting like betrayed by the person that's helping her. Then it turns out that the Nova Prime is a villain in this universe, and she teams up like the image up there. And Nebula takes out Ronan. Nebula makes a smart move, and I like that. And ends up taking out Ronan's ship. So that's, I mean, really not a lot happened. Like it was all right episode, but I mean, yeah, I give it like an 8 out of 10, maybe an 8.5 out of 10. I give this episode like a low 7 out of 10, maybe lower. Yeah, I didn't really like this episode. So we see like the fighter jets. So we see that the military using their F-14s, which means this is like Cold War era, like Cold War era after Cold War era. And the episodes like about Peter Quill and Gordon Ego. And Bucky is a Russian mercenary in here, and not actually a Hydra mercenary. And you get the team image at the end. Yeah, the reason I don't have a lot of notes is because like this season, it just was not good as season one. So I didn't really have a lot of things, a lot of thoughts. So let's move on to yeah, let's move on to a happy one. Yeah, so yeah, it's an Age of Ultron type of episode. Justin Hammer after the armors. As usual, Happy turns into a Purple Hulk. I'm sure I think this movie's like no movie. This episode is based off of a movie. I just don't know which one. We got like Masters, Iron Man, Crush on the core. This takes place after events of Avengers 1. So what you're seeing in the image is the Iron Man Mark 8. Yeah, you're seeing the Iron Man Mark 8 because when Tony flew into the hole, he was using the Mark 7. And it's being like a racing episode where instead of a gladiatorial arena, the Grandmaster uses a race. One of the best parts of the episode was, I guess you could say, the conversations between Tony and Korg. Because Korg is being funny and Tony is like kind of just tired of Korg. And this Mark 8 ends up turning into a like a race car, but it's not like a transformer type of race car. It's more like cars magnetized into different other parts in order to create the race car. This scene that did not make sense. Tony turns the arc reactor full power and it makes the race car go even faster. But the thing is, the arc reactor is not connected to the car. The arc reactor is connected to Tony. So how would that make the car go faster? It never made sense. But I looked at this scene. I don't recall any wires being connected from the arc reactor to the car to imply that power is going to both Tony and the car. So Tony wins the race. As you can see in the image, you got the Grandmaster's car in the back. And they defeated Thanos. They defeated Thanos with the staff. And I'm just like thinking, would that even work? It makes you question the staff. Like, is it powerful? Is it that powerful? Like, enough to take on a Titan? We get a Captain Rico Winter Soldier combined with Black Widow episode. You see that Chitauri invasion really, with Captain Carter and Black Widow fighting. The Hydra stopper ends up having one-shot style weapons because it's got rockets up on in the back, and it's got wrist-mounted machine guns. So I thought that was interesting, but I still would have preferred War Machine in this season or last season. We still haven't got. We're 2 seasons in, and we still have no War Machine. We find out Bucky is a Shield secretary. I found a weird situation regarding the robot Black Widow robots. Like their hand like transformed and they're like forming lasers, and I was like, okay, that's weird. Find out Steve Rogers doesn't make it. And I thought, like, I get to try to make it all sad and whatnot, but it feels like a weird way to get out of this situation. Like, does the Hydra Stopper not have an autopilot system? Like, a autopilot to fly up, and then it gets out of the suit, and it autopilots up? Like, was there no function regarding that? Like, did he really have to, like, with himself, fly all the way up? Or, like, maybe, I don't know, autopilot it, and then when it's, like, autopiloted to fly, and then they, like, hit the eject button, and he ejects out and, like, falls to the ground, or, like, a few feet above the ground, so that way he doesn't get hurt, while the suit's, like, still autopiloting up. Yeah, and then, like, at the end, we see, like, a 1800s or a 1700s Scarlet Witch. And we get one of the new characters in the MCU regarding the next episode, Kahori. Is that how you pronounce her name? Kahori? Uh, so we find out in this one, Asgard is gone. This is like 1700s American Indian era. I think that was 1700s or maybe 1600s. Uh, the um, the British destroyed the American Indian village, so that sucks. We found out the Tesseract ended up giving them Blake magical powers, and the Tesseract, like, I don't really understand the Skyworld situation. Like, where they go into like a different, is it like an alternate world where all the American Indians there have powers? It's never really explained. Yeah, and like somehow like she still like retains her powers when she returns to the main world. And I thought it was the place, the Sky World place that gives them their powers. So now that she's away from the Sky World, like shouldn't her powers, like what's fueling the powers then? Like is she on reserve energy? Like just as much like of the power that went into her, and then she like has to like return to the Sky World in order to charge back up. Like that should be the case, but I don't really. It's never explained. And then Sky World people actually listened to her, and they came later. And it turns out the Sky World people are referred to as Thunder Beings. I don't know if that's a thing in the comics, or if this character is even a comic character. And we see What If Strange, but we'll get to What If Strange later. We get the Hell of Ten Rings. I didn't really like this episode, so like it's like Thor one movie combined with Shang-Chi. Yeah, so like the Ten Rings guy ends up liking Hela. That's weird. The crown is basically treated as Mjolnir. Then you got an Avatar versus the Ten Rings people. And we find out that the Thanos in this world was defeated by Hela. Yeah, like I said, this season it wasn't very good, so that's like why my notes are very small. Oh no, this episode was good. So it ends up being Shakespeare stuff. We got a Shakespeare Thor, Hela, Loki, Scarlet Witch, Nick Fury, Happy Hogan, Tony Stark, Steve Rogers, Scott Lang, Becky Barnes, Yellow Jacket, Red Skull, Hulk, King, and the King of Wakanda. Let me know if I missed any, because I was trying to write down every single Shakespeare version. And yeah, I did write Happy Hogan. So, uh, like, is it like has it been the same Captain Carter we've been following this entire time? I think yeah, I think it was. So we find out like the Scarlet Witch or 62 can like open a multiverse to like this 1602 era Earth, I guess. And so the Scarlet Witch on this Earth is not as powerful as Wanda, like the Wanda we know from the mid Earth, but she can open portals to other Earths. Why did Multiverse of Madness Scarlet Witch not just dreamwalk into this Scarlet Witch? Like, why go after America Chavez? Like, just dreamwalk into this Scarlet Witch and then have her open a portal for you. It's like you didn't. There's more than one option. You didn't have to like specifically go after America Chavez because there's a version of you that can literally open a portal. It creates like a. I don't know if that would even classify as a plot point. So we see Captain Carter talk to the Watcher. Thor has a cool vibranium sword that the King Wakani made up. I thought that's cool. So we found out that this on this Earth, which I assume is like present day, like to say present day 1602, that in the future, G. Roger is fighting Thanos and he just teleported. And I was surprised. I was not expecting it to be Steve Rogers, who is the man out of time. Is that what they're referring to him as, man out of time? So yeah, this episode is probably like the best episode in the season, and while we're already at the for the episode, so what the heck did What If season two do? Like really, what were they thinking? And they decided, hey, let's make the final season. What if Doctor Strange, and then nerf him, like give him like decrease in power, a huge decrease in power. Uh, yeah, they took the best character from season one, realized he's overpowered, and then they get him make him a villain in this final What If season two and kill him off. Why? Just why? Why take the best character in your entire series and turn him evil? Horrible move. Horrible move. I'm not happy about this. What if season two, you have failed this city? Yes, I know Green Arrow. So, so a stranger does a drink spell and like he creates a certain liquid for Captain Carter. There's like too many characters, like too many multiverse characters that Strange captured in the crystals. Like I don't even know where to start in order to break them down, so I didn't bother breaking them down. And Strange uses like the portals, or you draw like opens like multiverse areas. And we find out like the Earth there, like Hydra basically went Judgment Day on the Earth that Captain Carter sent to. And we get like Kahori back. Yeah, I already talked about how horrible this season has been since they turned Strange evil. Then it was like all of them broke down. Their fighting was again too many multiverse versions to keep track of. There's too many strange spells to even keep track of it again. And yep, they killed off Strange. What if season two you have failed this city? So I hope you like the stream. It looks like the stream's 38 minutes in, which means it was less than an hour. But yeah, uh, if you're watching this in the morning, uh, have a good morning. If you're watching this evening, have a good evening. If you're watching this at night, have a good night.